Yo, what's going on, guys? Officer Ranting here, and I'm back with another fantastic Clash Royale video for you guys. In this one, you'd see the screen. We're doing a tier list in this video. I'm going to try to knock it out as fast as possible because I know these videos tend to take a long time. So without further ado, let's just hop into this here. Alright, so S is going to be more like the cards that need a nerf. A is going to be cards that almost need a nerf, or I don't want them to have a nerf. B is going to be just good, and then C, you know, F's going to be probably needs a buff, but maybe doesn't. I'll explain as I go on, but without further ado, let's get started here. So first off, we get the Queen. The best champion in the game right now, and if you're saying that it's the best champion in the game right now, that means it's one of the best cards right now. If it's a champion and it's the best right now, that means it goes woo right in the S category. Of course it does. So moving on here, archers. Archers I think are pretty bad. I think archers could use a buff, but I'm not going to put it in that F category because I think there are cards worse than it, but I'm going to put it in the D category because I think archers are pretty bad. Now these are subject to change. Let's say, you know, I'm putting the things in and I'm like, oh my god, archers actually need to be C tier. I'll change that if the time arrives. Arrows, pretty decent card, not great, definitely better than archers. I'm gonna give arrows a B tier. I think they're pretty solid, getting rid of, you know, Dark Goblin Princess. It gets rid of the archers as well. Hit the minion horde, kills that. I think it's pretty solid overall for 3 elixir. Baby Dragon I think is also pretty good, but not insane. I'm gonna put Baby Dragon in the B category as well. Good in a lot of decks. In Splash Yard, a lot of the time it could be the win condition over Graveyard, so that's why I'm gonna put it in the B tier. Balloon I think is pretty solid. I think a lot of people sleep on Balloon in this meta. I think a lot of people think Balloon is worse than it is. It's actually pretty good right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put Balloon in the B category as well. Same with the Bandit. I'm sorry, I'm going with a lot of B's here. I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of B's. Keeping up the pattern here, I think Bandit's going to end up in the B tier. I think Bandit, you know, is given a lot of bridge spam decks, but not really used a lot besides that. Maybe in 3 must, but that kind of is a bridge spam deck, and sort of. I've been using a lot of bridge spam. Bandit's pretty good, but it's not amazing. It's got its weaknesses. Bar Barrel, I think, is pretty good. That's going to be the first A tier right there. I think Bar Barrel's worse than Log, as you can tell from my videos. I don't really use Bar Barrel that much, but I think it's still very solid. I think it's better than Arrows, and yeah, it's going to go into the A tier. Bar Putt, straight garbage. Straight ass. Excuse my French, but Bar Putt's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Goes right into the F tier. If that's not going in F, I don't know what's going in F. Barbs, honestly, Barbs, if you don't have lightning, Barbs are pretty good. Barbs honestly might even go up to C tier, but I'm going to put in D tier because I think it makes more sense. Bats, oof, this could almost go in the S tier, but I don't think Bats deserve a nerf, but I do think they're one of the best cards in the game right now. So I'm going to put Bats in the A tier. Battle Healer S? It's pretty bad. I don't think it needs a buff, but I also know it's one of the worst cards in the game, if not debatably the worst card in the game. Battle Ram, you know, like I said, I've been using a good amount of bridge spam recently. I think Battle Ram's okay. I don't think it's that bad. I'm going to put in the C tier above these 2 cards. I think it's definitely better than those 2 cards. Bomber, I'm going to go ahead and put in the A tier. I think Bomber is similar to the Bats in a way where the Bomber's only 2 elixir, and it gets a lot of value for that 2 elixir. The cheapest splash card in the game if you don't count spirits, and I think it's pretty good. Bomb Tower, I think Bomb Tower is one of the best buildings in the game right now. Let me run through the buildings real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put Bomb Tower in the B tier, just because I think Bomb Tower is pretty good. Not amazing, but pretty good right now. Let's go ahead and go to Bowler. Bowler, I think, is a solid card. It's not amazing. I think it's okay. It could go in D, it can go in C. I'm gonna put it in C because it's not as bad as these 2 again, but I think it's not great. A Cannon card I think is pretty good. I think Cannon card is a slept on card. This could go in A, but I think I'm gonna put it in B just to play it safe. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in B. I don't think it's the greatest of cards, but it's pretty good. pretty good, pretty diverse. It was actually the best card in Mega Draft, in case you guys didn't know that. Cannon, I think, is pretty good. With the 3-card cycle, Cannon is really hard to get past sometimes. I'm going to go ahead and put Cannon in the A tier. This is because of the 3-card cycles that champions, specifically the Queen. The Queen just pairs so good with the Cannon. You can cycle so many Cannons so fast because of this Queen and 3-card cycle. So Cannon is going into the A tier, the first building in the A tier, or the highest building so far. Clone's going to go ahead in the trash tier. Clone is pretty bad. I don't see Golden Clone. I don't see Lava Clone. I don't see no clones. I see some lava clones, but it's very rare. Not the greatest of cards. I'm going to go ahead and go to the Dark Prince now. Dark Prince, pretty solid. I don't think it's in this A tier, but it's definitely in this B tier. That's where we're going to put it. In a good amount of decks, getting Golem, getting, I don't know. You know, Nate's Minor Rocket deck. So it's good in a couple of decks. Not the best card right now, but not the worst. I think it's at the same level as Band. It's somewhere around there. Dark Goblin, I think, is very good right now. I think Dark Goblin's in the A tier. I think Dark Goblin's one of the best log bait cards in the game right now. It just is a machine gun. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. I'm going to put it in A tier. I don't think it needs a nerf, but I think it's definitely better than these cards. Moving on. We're going to go to the Earthquake now. Earthquake. This is tough. I'm going to go with Earthquake in the... could go C, could go B. I'm going to put it in B for now. It could move down to C, but it's one of these two for sure. I think Earthquake's pretty solid. You know, you got that spell cycle, but they did give it a good amount of Crown Tower damage nerf, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in the B tier. Okay, now moving on to the Electro Dragon. Electro Dragon, I think, is pretty good. Not great, pretty good. Especially when it was the Monk season, E-Dragon was everywhere, and I know the next balances, they are going to buff Monk, because we are getting to Monk, but it is one of the worst cards in the game right now. I never thought I would say that, but Monk is, in fact, one of the worst cards in the game. They're definitely going to buff it. So I see E-Dragon becoming an even better card, but for right now, I'm going to put it in the C tier. I think it's worse than Baby Dragon, but it's still very solid, and if you don't have an answer for E-Dragon, it can be really annoying, and you might want to put it higher if you don't have an answer for E-Dragon. E-Giant, I think, is really good right now. I think E-Giant, I'm not going to put it in an S, but I'm going to put it close. I think the E-Giant deck right now, that E-Giant cycle deck that I showed off in my last video, I think is really good, but I think that is the fault of the Golden Knight and the Tornado combination rather than the E-Giant, so I'm going to go ahead and put E-Giant in the A tier. And you know what? E-Spirit's going to follow it. E-Spirit's going to go in the A tier as well. I think it's the best. Let me think. Yeah, it's the best Spirit right now. You know what? Ice Spirit might be the best. Ice Spirit's used the most at top ladder, but E-Spirit's very good, especially if you're a noob like me. It's just a noob-friendly E-Spirit. Ice Spirit, pretty much. Let's go to the E-Wiz here. E-Wiz, I think, is... all my Twitch viewers, close your ears, because I always hate on E-Wiz, but I think E-Wiz is okay. I don't think it's great. I think E-Wiz is better than E-Dragon. I'm going to put it in the B tier. We're going to go following that, the E-Barbs. E-Barbs here, I think, are pretty solid. I've been using that E-Barbs Bridge Spam deck. I think E-Barbs are one of those slept-on cards. Definitely going to go into the C tier. I don't think it's bad enough to go into the D tier. I think it's definitely better than Barbs. So they're going to go into the C tier. Not amazing, but not bad. Elixir Pump, I think, is really good. Is that too much? I'll put it in B. Although I want Elixir Pump to be nerfed and be gone forever, I just don't like the concept of the card. It's just automatic free elixir, but I guess it makes sense. You got to spend, 6 elixir on it. It's a good investment, and not a lot of people are using it at top ladder. That's the reason I'm putting it in B tier. I mean, you see it in E-Giant decks, you see it in 3 must, but you don't see it too much. I'm going to put it in B tier. Could be in A, but I'm going to put it in B. Elixir Golem, I think, is not bad. After that buff it got, it does a lot of damage. I'm going to put E-Golem all the way in C tier. I think it's not bad. Not bad. I definitely think it's worse than Balloon, for instance, but I don't think E-Golem's too bad. I think it's on the same level as Battle Ram. I think that's a good place to put it. Executioner coming out of the shadows. Really, that Monk season revived the Executioner because it's so good against the Monk. Same with the E-Dragon, but unlike the E-Dragon, I think the Executioner is going all the way up to the B tier. Am I crazy for doing this? I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. It's going in B. That one's going to be controversial. Let me know. Fireball, I think, is the best big spell in the game. That I like using. But I don't know if it's the best. They're like Lightning, Rocket are really good right now. I'm going to put in the A tier. I don't think Fireball needs a nerf. If anything, the Fireball Log combination is what makes it really strong, and I think if either of those two cards get a nerf, it definitely has to be the Log rather than the Fireball. Let's go to the Firecracker. The Firecracker here is terrible. Terrible. I think out of all these cards, I would want the Firecracker to be buffed the most. That's going to be controversial too. And the reason I say that is I know Firecracker can be really annoying, but it just misses all the time. All I want is it not to miss. That's all I ask for. Don't miss. If it doesn't miss, then it's good. Then it's good. Then it might be up here in C or B. I don't know. But for right now, it's an F. And I think it needs to be buffed. Let's go to Fire Spirit. Fire Spirit, I think, Fire Spirit, it came and went. Fire Spirit ain't as good as it used to be, but I still think it's pretty solid. I'm going to throw it in B tier. It still applies that pressure, does much more damage than a Fireball, I think. If you let it go for one elixir, I think that's a lot of value. Definitely going in the B tier. Fisherman, A tier. A tier. Fisherman is so good. I don't think it needs a nerf. I think people that think it needs a nerf need a buff in their brain because I don't think Fisherman needs a nerf in any way. A lot of people are hating on RG right now, and they're blaming the Fisherman, some people. I don't know how you can look at an RG deck and think Fisherman's the problem. And for everyone out there that's thinking Fisherman needs a one-tile nerf, have short-term memory, because the Fisherman used to have a one-tile less, and it doesn't activate anything. And it's going to be all the way in F tier. If you get rid of one tile, it will be an F tier. I don't care what else you do to it. It'll be an F tier. So it's definitely an A tier right now. Let's move on to the Flying Machine. I think the Flying Machine's pretty good, not great. Pretty good, not great. We're going to put it in C tier. It could be annoying. Kind of like the E-Dragon, but Freeze! D tier. D for sure. Freeze is okay. Again, annoying paired with the balloon specifically. I don't really see it in a lot of other decks, but we're going to throw it in the D tier. D tier for sure. Furnace. Spawners all pretty bad right now. I think the Goblin Hut's the best one. We're getting to that, but Furnace, pretty bad. Going in D tier. I don't think it's bad as the Barb Hut, so I'm going to throw it in D tier, not the F tier. We're going to throw Giant tier. Giant's okay. It's not the worst. I'm going to throw in this tier. I think the C tier really is a bunch of average cards right now. I think these two, E-Barbs and E-Golem, are the best so far. Moving on to the Giant Skelly. Giant Skelly, I think, is going to go into the... It's pretty good. I think Giant Skelly can go all the way up to B. It could even go up to A. It's one of these two, but I'm going in B. Goblin Hut. I think the Goblin Hut's pretty good. I definitely think it's better than Furnace. It's way better than it used to be. It used to be the worst card in the game. But I don't think Goblin Hut's too bad right now. It's almost acts like a tombstone now. I'm going to put it in the C tier. I think that's fair to put it in the C tier. Goblin Barrel is pretty good, as it always was. I'm going to put Goblin Barrel in the B tier. It did recently get a nerf, the Goblin's nerf, but I still think it's a B card. It could be an A. It's definitely not C. Definitely not C. It's B or A. I'm going to go with B to play it safe. But now, a lot of people might disagree with me on this, but I think Goblin Cage is pretty good. Maybe it's because I'm an RG player and it's good against RG, but I think it's good. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But anyway, I'm putting it in B tier. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Going with the Drill here. Drill, definitely... Drill's okay, honestly. It's going to go into the C tier. I see Battle Ram more than I see Drill. I really don't see Drill that much. I don't think it's great. I think that Goblin nerf did a toll on it. But, awesome that it's not good. I hate the Drill. Hate it. Hate it. We'll get to Miner. Miner's a cheaper Drill. We'll get to that. Goblin Gang, I think is very good. Goes into the B tier. Pretty solid. Honestly, this could go into the A tier. Nah, I'm going to put it in the B tier. We'll put Goblins in the A tier. Goblins are very good right now. I don't think they're amazing, but I think they're very good. Goblin Giant, I think is worse than the Giant. Is that crazy to say? No, I'm going with Goblin Giant's worse than Giant. You can put it in the same tier, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna put it in the D tier. I think it's pretty bad. Golden Knight, I think, is really good. I don't think it's gonna be with the Queen. I think it's an A. I don't think it needs a nerf. It's just so unpredictable. I wish they made it more predictable. It's so confusing, the Golden Knight. It'll go into a Scarby and hit one skeleton. Like, what are you doing, Golden Knight? And then it'll also be on their side behind their King Tower and then go all the way to your King Tower. I don't know how it works. But Golden Knight, A tier. Golem's making a comeback, dude. Golem's making a comeback. I've seen some videos of people talking about Golem making a comeback. He's making a comeback. Golem, B tier. Better than Giant, for sure. For sure. Graveyard's going all the way up to... Where did it go? Graveyard, where'd you go? Right here. I don't know why you went there, but let's go to A tier. Graveyard, pretty good. Not great, pretty good. Let's go with Guards. I think Guards are slept on so much. I think Guards are better than Goblin Gang. Do I want to put it in A tier? I think Guards are really good. I think they're really good. I'm doing it. A tier. Guards, really good. I think Guards are probably one of the most slept on cards in the game. Even though they're used a good amount, they're so good. I think they're just a better Goblin Gang. I think there's way more situations where Guards are better than Goblin Gang. But that's just me. A lot of people are going to disagree with me on that. But it is what it is. Let's go with the Heal Spirit here. Heal Spirit, I think, is pretty bad. We're going into... Nah, I'm going all the way to the D tier. I think it's pretty bad. I think it's pretty bad, the Heal Spirit. Nah, yes, I am. Hog Rider. I think Hog Rider's pretty good right now. I was looking at use rates. Hog Rider, besides Miner, is the most used win condition as of right now. That might change. But as of right now, Hog Rider's pretty good. We're going to put Hog Rider in the A tier. Moving on to the Hunter here. The Hunter, I think, is pretty good. I don't think it's great. We're going to put Hunter in the B tier. I think that's very fair. Definitely worse than the Dark Goblin. Ice Golem, I think, is the most slept on card in the game. I think you can get so much value out of Ice Golem. And I've been saying that for so long, that Ice Golem's so much better than people give it credit for. But having said that, it's pretty bad. Having said that it's really underrated, it's really bad. So we're going to go with the... I'm going to go with D tier. C tier. Maybe I'm crazy. It's going C tier. I think it's slept on. I think it's one of the most slept on cards. Ice Spirit, it's going all the way to A tier. Believe it or not, I know a lot of you are looking at this and like, OMG, how is Ice Spirit as good as E Spirit? I think Ice Spirit's used way more than E Spirit. E Spirit, you got that activation. Ice Spirit, if you're really good with it, it can be just as good as the E Spirit on defense, and it can activate on offense. So you can just throw it at the bridge, and it freezes for so long. It's so good against miners because it freezes them, and then you can put something else down. A lot of situations, it's better than the E Spirit, so I would even rank it better than the E Spirit, but that's just me. Ice Wizard, I think it's pretty bad. Not terrible, but pretty bad. I'm going to go with the C tier. Inferno Dragon, I think, is really good. And it's going all the way up in A tier. I think it's pretty good. I think Inferno Tower is also pretty good, but I'm going to go with B tier. I think it's worse than the Inferno Dragon. I wouldn't be upset if it gets nerfed to smithereens as an RG player. I hate it. I hate it. I actually think it's better than Bomb Tower. Is it better than Cannon? Against me, it is, certainly. But no, I'm going to be fair here. I'll put it in the B tier, or I'm going to get angry DMs, and I'm not looking to get that. Knight. Knight's okay. It's not great. It's okay. Let's go Knight and average. Put it up to B. Put it in average, because Valk's going up to B. Alright, Lava Hound. Lava Hound. Pretty bad. No one uses Lava Hound. Let's go all the way down in C tier. I don't really see it being used that much. Lava and C. Let's see. Lightning here. Lightning is really good. Lightning is really good. Really good. I hate lightning. I hate fireball. I hate rocket. We're getting to that. And I don't know. A lot of people hate on lightning. I'm not really the biggest fan of lightning. Using it. I'm a fireball man at heart. But I can see why people hate lightning. I just hate high damage spells. I think they ruin the game. But rocket more so than lightning. Log, I think, dude. A lot of people are going to be angry at me. But I could totally see Log getting a nerf. I could totally see it. If there's a spell that's going to get a nerf, it's Log. And I'm going to do it. Log in S tier. I know. Everyone, this is the truth. Shout out to SK. If you guys don't know SK, I did a best of 5 versus SK a while ago at this point. But he's a YouTube creator. And he had a tweet, and I thought it was so true. And it was something along the lines of, everyone knows Log needs a nerf, but no one wants it to get a nerf. Or he said, I know it needs a nerf, but I don't want it to get a nerf. And that is so true. That's what's on most people's minds that use Log, at least. But deep down in your heart, you know it needs a nerf. And I'm a Log player myself, so I'm trying to bite the bullet and put it in S tier. It's got to be. Lumberjack. I thought Lumberjack was going to be booty cheeks after that rage buff. Or nerf, however you interpret it, rework. It's definitely a buff, but I don't think it's that bad. I'm going all the way to B tier. Is that crazy? B. I think it's better than it was before. Maybe I'm crazy. Magic Archer, so good. A tier, so good. Mega Knight, you know, after I've been using Mega Knight for a whole season, Mega Knight is buns, dude. Mega Knight is buns. I know there's a lot of, you know, mid-ladder menaces that are going to be coming at me. What do you mean? Everyone's using Mega Knight. It's buns. It is buns. It is so hard to win with Mega Knight. Having said that, I'm going to put it in C tier. I don't think it deserves to go all the way to D, but it is buns. It's buns. It's so hard to use. Anyway, Mega Mignon. I think Mega Minion's a good card. It's just, why would you use it over Phoenix? You know what I'm saying? Why would you use it over Phoenix? Put it in C. It's okay. But I don't know. There's no point. Mighty Miner. Now, hey, it's an A tier card. It's a good card. It's not S like it was when it was super fast, but it's a good card. We're going in A. Miner. Oh, it brings me great joy and honor to put Miner in S tier. Okay. Oh my God, I've been ranting about how Miner needs a nerf for a long time now. Boy, do I hate the Miner. The most used win con and Royale API. But RAM! It's so diverse! RAM! It's in Mega Knight, it's in Lava. Yeah, it is in Mega Knight and Lava. But where is 99% of the miners? In Miner Cycle. I hate it. I hate it so much. I think it's crazy if you don't think it needs a nerf. I have no words if you don't think it needs a nerf. A lot of people are saying Hog Rider needs a nerf. A lot of people are saying RG needs a nerf. You know, whatever it is, E-Giant needs a nerf. Miner's used twice as much as all three of those cards, if not more. Moving on. Anyway, Minion Horde. I think it's pretty good. After it got buffed, I think it's pretty good. It's not bad. It was always floating around here, but I don't think it's that bad. It's going to C. Minions. Also C. Not bad. Better than they used to be. Usable for sure. Mini P.E.K.K.A. It's okay. Don't really see it a lot. C. It's in C. I don't know what to tell you. Mirror got hit hard when you can't use a card, then use a champion, then mirror the card before the champion. Now it's just grayed out. So Mirror took a big hit. It should have been that way the whole time, FYI. But I don't think Mirror... Also, it doesn't do 2 levels anymore. It only does 1. I don't really even see Mirror that much anymore. D. I'm sorry, Mirror. You're pretty bad. I don't know what to tell you. Pretty bad. Mortar. S. Let's get that out of the way. Mortar was supposed to get a bigger nerf. They didn't nerf it. Well, guess what? It needed the bigger nerf. Yeah, it did. I hate Mortar. Hate its guts. Oh, Ram! It's because it counters RG! Maybe. Or, it's also in every single deck. Every single Mortar deck. So, because it's in every single Mortar deck, I've reached the conclusion that Mortar needs a nerf. It does. I'm sick of it. Mother Witch A tier. I think Mother Witch is pretty good. I don't think it should be nerfed. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people saying Mother Witch needs a nerf. I know you're a graveyard player, okay? Just say it. I know you are. If you're saying Mother Witch needs a nerf, I know you're a graveyard player. I know. Someone said yesterday on my stream that Mother Witch, like the amount of time something is poisoned for, could be nerfed. I could agree with that, but I don't think it's that good. I mean, I do think it's really good. It's an A tier. But I don't think it's that good for S tier. Moving on. Musk. Better than... C. Yeah, it's worse than Hunter, worse than Executioner. Better than Archers. C. Night Witch. You're pretty bad. Night Witch. You're going in D parentheses bad. P.E.K.K.A. P.E.K.K.A's not too good. Better than Mega Knight. But is it as good as this tier? No. C tier. It could have been B. It depends on the day. I might have given it B if I did this yesterday. But as of today, I'm doing C. Poison. Yeah, definitely B. Without a doubt. Definitely not A. Not in the Fireball Lightning area. It's better than Earthquake, I think. I think it's better than Earthquake. It's worse than Arrows, though. So I'll put it there. Prince! Right down here. In that mini P.E.K.K.A, it's okay. It's E-Barbs, it's okay. I think E-Barbs are better than these three. I really do. But I don't think it's good enough to move up. Princess! Princess is pretty good. Worse than Dark Album, so I'm going to put it in B tier. Plain and simple. Rage, dude. Rage is so much better than it used to be. I have to put Rage at least in B. At least. I think Rage is pretty good. Rage in B. Moving on. Ram Rider. Where'd you go? Come here. Ram Rider. Pretty bad. C tier. Yep. Yeah. Rascals. Really bad. D tier. Trash. Rascals are trash. Night Witch in bad. Does Night Witch need to move up? How is Night down there? Move that up. Okay, I'm switching some things around. Switching them. Switch. And I think Night Witch moves up as well. Yeah, and the rest stay there. I think that's good. Better. I don't know how... Did I put Night in D? Everything I said about the reasons I gave for Night being in D, scratch that. C. Rocket. I get a lot of, I get questions a lot. Ram, what's your least favorite card in the game? Rocket. Rocket is. I hate it. Hate. H-A-T-E, hate. Hate Rocket. I don't care if they buff Queen. If they buffed Queen and nerfed Rocket, I'd be a happy man. A very happy man. S, now. Hate it. Delivery, pretty good. I'm going up to nah. B tier. Ghost. Ghost is pretty good. I think I'm gonna put it right next to its friend the Bandit. And that's it. I think so. Royal Giant. Royal Giant. Do I want to be biased or no? To be honest with you, I think E-Giant is just as good as Royal Giant right now. It's so much hate. If I put E-Giant not in S tier. Ram, you're so biased. Ram, how can you not put Royal Giant? Listen, I'm thinking. Yeah, sure. I'll put it in A tier. Oh my god. I'm already getting DMs. Oh my god, please. I don't think it needs a nerf. I don't. Okay, maybe it does. I don't know. Does it need a nerf more than Mortar? I don't know. I don't think so. Does it need a nerf more than Miner? No. That I know. That if you're telling me it needs nerf more than Miner, I don't want to hear it. Okay, to be fair, I'll take Mortar out. There you go. Is that more fair? I don't know. Stop yelling at me. I don't know. Pigs. This is getting stressful. Usually when I do these tier lists, I do it live on stream on Twitch. You can check that in the description below. You know what I'm saying? But I usually have Chad help me out with the ones I don't know. And I can't do that now because this is a YouTube video. Pigs are going in A. I think they're pretty good. Recruits, B. Does anyone else, let's go back to the pigs for a second. Does anyone else think it's crazy that P.E.K.K.A. doesn't one-shot pigs? I think that's insane. I don't use pigs or P.E.K.K.A. And I think that's insane. I think if P.E.K.K.A. got a buff to one-shot pigs, I think that's justified. Next. Skarmy, I think it's okay. I use Skarmy. I love my Skarmy, but no, yes, B, maybe. It's definitely worse than Goblin Gang. We gotta put it in C. It's okay. What uses Skarmy? Nothing. Besides RGSK. Skelly Barrel, okay, not great. C. Not D. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It is D. Scratch that. D tier. Skelly Drag's pretty terrible. This could even be in trash bag. But I'm not putting it there. No, I'm not. SK. Trash? No. Okay. Fine. It's A tier. I think it's just as good as the Golden Knight. Not as good as the Queen. I think most people agree SK isn't as good as Queen. I think most people agree Queen is the best right now. Now, let's put a scenario in our heads for a second. If they buff Monk, that is a nerf to Queen. And I don't know if Queen needs a nerf if they buff Monk significantly to be back in the meta. So let's get that out of the way. You know what? Speaking of Monk, let's do Monk right now. I would bet everything I got Monk is getting a buff. The whole bank cleared out. I would bet anything. I'm surprised they didn't get an emergency buff. That's how certain I am it's getting a buff. Trash. It's literally, I think, the least used card right now. One of the least, and it's a champion, and there's no way it's not getting a buff. There's no way. I'm more confident that this is getting a buff than anything else. Any other balance. Skelly's, dude, this might be controversial. But Skellies are gross. Gasp! S! Yep. Best one elixir card for the last century and a half. Okay? They're so good. I know I'm using RG right now, but that's the interactions I'm used to. But let's say you go RG at the bridge. You have the cannon that's being tanked for. Let's say you put an SK in the other lane, right? Cannon shooting the SK. If the opponent puts skeletons down on your RG, the cannon doesn't even need to shoot the RG. The RG is pretty much going to be dead before that cannon dies. It's not even going to get to the tower. That is ridiculous for one elixir. If you ask me, does too much damage, and if they lowered the Skelly damage, I use Skeleton King and I use Skarmy. I'd be fine with less skeleton damage. The only thing is Skelly Barrel would be pretty bad, so they would need a buff Skelly Barrel in some way. But besides that, Graveyard would get nerfed. I think it'd help a lot of things. That's all I'm saying. Let's damn it. Okay, listen, am I crazy or are you? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Snowball. The big white ball. Snowball. Worse than Rage. C. I don't know. C. It's C. No, this is going D. Nah, let's put it in C. Put it in C. Put this in C too. They're both C, but worse than Rage. Both of them. If you ask me. I think they're worse than Rage. Sparky. Woo! Monk isn't even good in Sparky's trash. Sparky's going down here in no man's land. Trashoville. Spear Goblins. Pretty good. Pretty good. Going up in A. B. Tesla. A lot of people want it. Like, a lot of Expo players want a Tesla buff. I don't agree. I would much rather an Expo buff than a Tesla buff. Okay? Much rather. Like, if you want Expo to be better, I would rather Expo be better than Tesla be better. Because Tesla does not only affect Expo, it affects every cycle deck. If they make Tesla good, everyone's gonna use Tesla. I think Tesla is worse than Bomb Tower. It is. It's gonna go and C with the Goblin Hut. Alright, maybe it's pretty bad, but it's... Listen, there's 2 tiers below it. That's all I'm saying. 3 Musk, pretty trash, with the Monk being bad, and it's still trash, but not too trash. I think 3 Musk are okay. I don't think they're that bad. Even though I just said they're pretty bad. Scratch that. Having said they're not that bad, I'm gonna put them in the bad category. I think they could go in C, but they're not great. I don't know. Tombstone's disgusting. I think Tombstone, if there's one building that goes in S, it's Tombstone, of course. Of course. Of course it's Tombstone. What am I, crazy? Maybe. A, S. S, I did it. I did it, and I don't even care. Tornado, A. Not S. Better than Fisherman, don't at me. Tornado is definitely better than Fisherman. Someone was arguing Fisherman's better. I was losing my mind. Fisherman compared to Tornado? Does Fisherman hit air? No. Can Fisherman pull multiple troops? No. Can Fisherman activate the King Tower against a Hog Rider with 0 hits? No. Can it activate King Tower with, like, E-Wizard or Bandit or Ghost? It can with Ghost. Tornado's better. That's my point. Does it do direct damage? Does it hit the air? It's not even close. Actually, it is pretty close because it's an A tier. They're both an A tier. Valkyrie. Let's finish this up. Valkyrie goes. Where's the knight? Where's the knight? Where's the knight? Here. All right. I moved it up. Valkyrie. Nope. I'm putting Valkyrie in A. I might be biased. Don't care. Valkyrie in A. No, it isn't. It's better than Dark Prince. Definitely better than Dark Prince. A. A. I don't take it back. And I don't regret it. Wall Breakers. Wall Breakers are pretty good. Not great. Pretty good. B. B. That's a good place for it. Good home. It's actually the only win. Oh, no. Golem. Never mind. And Balloon. Never mind. Never mind. Witch. Terrible. Terrible. Bad. Bad. We can all agree with that, right? Come on. Come on. Bad. Maybe even here. Nah. There. Wizard. I mean, do I have to say anything? Wizard's been the worst card for 12 years. And the game's only been out for, what, 7? Wizard. Horrible. Expo. Like I said, I can see Expo getting a buff. Or, no, that's not what I said. I said I would rather Expo get a buff than Tesla. Does it need a buff? No, it's in C tier. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's worse than Giant? Of course it's in C tier. Of course it is. Of course. Of course. Of course. It's worse than E-Golem? No. Of course it's in C. Zappies. Zappies. I love you, Zappies. Dude, I mean, okay. Do I think Zappies is the best card of the game? Of course I do. Of course I do. Do I want it to get a nerf? Of course I don't. Of course I don't. Of course I don't. So what are we gonna do? We are going to go to this little settings thing. We're gonna go add row above, right? Oh. Not 2 rows. Not 2 rows. Boom. Delete. Boom. Zappies. Boom. Make that a different color. Boom. Boom. And then we're going to put Zappies there because I've done this every single time. Zappies deserve their own tier. Zappies are the best. Plain and simple. We're not going to rate these 2 cards, of course. And the Phoenix. The last card. We made it to the end. Good Lord. Phoenix. I mean, Phoenix. You know, Phoenix was like the most used non-wincon, non-spell troop in top 200, I think. Or 1,000, something like that. Still. After like 3 or 4 nerfs. Still. Having said that, I don't think it needs a nerf. I think it's A tier. I think it's damn good. It's damn good. You could argue it goes in S. Definitely not Zappies, but I'm going to put it in A. Anyway, guys, we finally did it. That's the tier list. Let me zoom out so you can get the whole picture here. Boom! There you go. Anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. That's going to be the end of the video here. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm sorry for the lack of videos this week. I've been very busy. But we should have videos the next couple of days coming up. So I hope you guys are excited for that. RGSK video coming out tomorrow. Anyway, guys, you already know the deal. It's Officer Ramses. If you stay to the end of the video, please in the comments below, you better be typing Rocket needs a nerf now. Not tomorrow, now. Right now. Emergency nerf Rocket in the comments below. Anyway, guys, I'm Officer Ramses. I'm out of here. Peace out. Guys, peace.